Woke up this morning, saw Bitcoin at 89K, and the crazy thing is I had put near 500K into crypto in the last 30 days, right? So it's like the portfolio is like down massively right now. You guys asked for Black Friday sale, and now the freaking stock market and the crypto market has a Black Friday sale. So we just entered for a long position on EU. It's been so long since I traded. I think it's been like 1 week since I traded. After we took that huge win the other day, I didn't want to like over trade and like end up giving back my profits back to the market. And also there's like not much trading opportunities. So yeah, man, here I am back to the market. Back to the market, straight to the bicep, bro. Oh my god, look how big the bicep is. You know, like the stupid palm right now. Anyways, man, yeah, we are on this buy position on EU. Let me just explain why we actually entered for longs right here. Because everything is crashing. People are thinking, oh my god, Brad, you're so stupid for entering for a buy right here. EU is gonna continue going down. Wrong, right? I'm gonna tell you why. As a humble, handsome, Jack, multi-millionaire trader, let me just quickly enlighten you, okay? So the first thing you must understand is that what's the objective of price, right? So if we actually zoom out and look at the higher time frame, obviously heavily bearish, price is collapsing. But what do you have right here? Price coming into like these areas of imbalance that we have on the left-hand side. And you can also see that the selling pressure, the selling momentum is diminishing, right? That is like getting lesser and lesser sellers as you approach like this imbalance right here. And this is where demand starts to overpower supply. Now, once again, what's the objective of price? The objective of price right now is to facilitate the pullback on the higher time frame structure, which also means that right now, there's not enough fuel for price to continue going down. And if there's not enough fuel for price to continue going down, guess what? It's going to get some fuel. Now, where is it going to get the fuel from? Potentially the next supply zone, potentially the next area where there is available liquidity. And the area is probably going to be like this supply zone that we have up here. Okay, so this means that price is going to be gravitating towards that supply right here, right? Making like this drastic pullback to this supply before it starts continue going down. That could happen, or price could also still come up here, sweep the liquidity above this swing high right here before it starts going down. So regardless, price has to pull back right now, right? Price has to shift bullish in the short term in order for it to fulfill its objective of like getting more fuel. And that's why we enter for longs, right? That is why we are trading against the 4-hour swing structure, because right now we are taking advantage of like the pullback to the next supply zone, right? To the next liquidity point before price continue bearish. That's it. It's literally just as simple as that. Right, so I was sitting here, waiting for like the perfect opportunity to actually enter for a buy. And then it showed up. It finally showed up, right? So let me just quickly map out the range that we have right now. This over here is obviously the swing high, created market shift. And then this is the swing low, right? So this is the lowest point, which means right now you can see price super duper overextended, right? It needs to create like a massive pullback. Ideally, like I said, into these areas of supply, or even sweep some liquidity above this high before it starts shifting bearish. Okay, so that's pretty much the move that I'm trying to play right now. And the next question you might ask is, why, Brad? Why do you end at this price point out of any other price point? Why not here? Why not here? Why not here? Well, like I said, it's all about liquidity, right? So when I'm looking at this over here, what happened was the price came down, started pulling back, right? So we can actually map out the internal break of structure right here. And then later on, price continued going down, right? Making like this drastic pullback, swap some liquidity above these highs before continue going down, giving us another internal break of structure, right? So if we were to actually map out our internal range, this is the internal range that we are trading within right here. All right, this 1.15530 to 1.49. Highly likely that price is potentially going to pull back to at least this supply right here before it continue going down. Obviously, we want it to like pull back up to like this extreme supply, but it doesn't have to, right? If it comes up here, there is sufficient supply, then it's just going to continue crashing down, which is also why I place my take profit right there and then. Okay, cool, Rex. That still doesn't answer the question why you enter right there. Well, it's because I found my entry model, right? So once again, this is one of the many entry models that I have. and one of the many entry models that we teach our students inside the 1% club. This is actually the flip plus sweep entry model, right? Which basically states that you want to be entering at a failed reaction that swap liquidity. Okay, so here's what I mean. Price comes down here, right? Goes up, enticing retail traders to enter for a buy early and place the stop loss below these lows right here. Then later on, price comes down, swap that low before it actually starts going up. But it didn't go up and broke structure. Instead, it went up and actually created like a failed reaction right here, which tells us that, demand has officially overpowered supply. Okay, so that is pretty much our failed reaction. But it didn't just create like an ordinary failed reaction. After it created the failed reaction, it came down, swept more liquidity below the failed reaction before it actually goes up. So this tells us that this is the price point that institutions actually look for long. This is the price point that demand overpowers supply. And this is the price point where there is sufficient buy orders that cause price to actually later on went up there and break structure, giving us a fractal market shift, right? So the next time price actually pull back to this point of interest, you already know there's a lot of action that's going to be happening right there and then, right? So yeah, so that's the flip plus sweep zone. Let me just mark the supply zone that it reacted from. You can see it reacted from this supply. If this supply zone were to do its job, price would just continue crashing down, take out this low and just continue going down. But that did not happen. Instead, it created a cute little flip reaction right here. Demand overpower supply. As simple as that. Okay, don't need to overcomplicate things right here. And all I did was just wait. Like, that's it, man. All I did was just wait for the fractal market shift to happen right here to confirm to us that demand has indeed overpowered supply, and I'm not just being delusional, and just also wait for price to mitigate the flip plus sweep zone that we have marked up like right here. And today, when London session opened, it came all the way down here, right? This was like the initial bear trap to sweep some liquidity on the lower time frame. You can see right here. Swap some liquidity below these lows right here before I started pushing up. Right, so the minute I saw like momentum is stepping to the market, there's a lot of buy orders stepping to the market right here. That is where I actually entered upon the mitigation of the flip plus sweep zone, upon the extra confirmation in terms of bullish momentum. Right, so like literally all the signs in the market was like blinking in order for me to get into the long position right there and then. Yeah, so that's pretty much why I got in. Stop loss below the low right here, right? Quite simple, nothing too crazy. Take profit, potentially just gonna place it at like this next 15-minute supply that we have out here. Yeah, man, that's pretty much me following my plan. That's it. Hi, like that's it, bro. 1:2R, nothing too crazy, not trying to catch 1:50R on this trade itself because I'm risking like freaking 30 bands on this trade itself. So we better play out, right? Like I'm risking 30 bands on this trade, and the 1:2R, that is like 60 bands, right? And I'm more than happy to like get the fuck out of 60 bands, man. And man, you guys also know, man, like the market conditions have been insane lately. Price is just going sideways. I saw GU the other day, like right after we got out of the trade on GU. Look at what happened on GU, man. I shit you not, bro. Literally, right after we got out of the trade for GU started doing like this weird ass consolidation. Like we got out somewhere around here-ish. And then next thing you know, price started reversing and heading up. And then it started just stuck in this consolidation, right? So we literally got out at the perfect time. Like the timing literally couldn't got better than that. I mean, like you could have milked an extra few pips, right? If you just held it a little bit longer, right? But yeah, man, that's what the market is right now, right? The market is just absolutely bonkers right now, man. I don't want to be like holding swing positions right now because there's just so much uncertainty in the market right now. There's just a lot of like volatility, right? So for this trade, just quick in and out, saw my entry model, execute without hesitation, reservation of fear, just follow my trading plan, place my stop loss and take profit at the right place. And yeah, man, just set and forget right now. Bro, price is actually going up, eh? Bro, like zero drawdown, man. Literally right after it got in, price just started shooting up, man. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Right time, right place, right trade idea. The market is going to reward you with a lot of love, man. A lot of love. A lot of love, guys. I really want to talk about like the stock market crash, like Bitcoin, everything crashing, and just give you like my thoughts on it, right? But I realized that I already covered it on my coaching call that I have with my students last Friday, right? So I'm just going to insert a clip like right here. Boom. Insert a clip right now. Woke up this morning, saw Bitcoin at 89K. And the crazy thing is I had put near 500K into crypto in the last 30 days. the last 30 days, right? So it's like the portfolio is like down massively right now. And then I was thinking about, wait, why don't I feel emotional? Dude, my portfolio is down like so much. Why do I feel emotional? Well, it's because my conviction in these assets outweigh, like the emotional like volatility that we are experiencing in the short term. It's like, if you think about it, Bitcoin, let's say it goes up to $1 million in 5 years. And who cares about what price does like today or tomorrow? Same thing with Tesla. Who cares about what Tesla does in the next few weeks, in the next few months, if it's going to become like the largest company, So it's like you need to have conviction in terms of the assets that you actually invest in. Which is why I always say that in the short term, the market runs on emotion. But in the long term, it always submits to logic. It always submits to the objective reality of the market, objective truth of like these individual companies or assets, whatever. It's like price can wander from value for like a short amount of time. Sometimes you can get like overbought, right? Because of like FOMO and all that stuff. Sometimes it can be oversold because of fear and all that stuff. But gravity will always push it back to the truth. Because like what Sanjeev said, the market will always price assets in line with their intrinsic value. It's like, if you know Tesla is going to be a great company, and you know that we're in the AI revolution, right? Whatever, Nvidia, whatever, and you know that we are heading into like a completely different world, and these companies are going to perform, and you believe in the company and the vision and the mission and what they're going to achieve in the next few years or so, then perhaps now is like a good time for you to like park those money in those like companies that you believe in. Because how I see it is simple. Right now, if you're not investing, you are pretty much fucked. It's like, right now, if you look at majority of the people in the 20s buying houses, they are getting money from the parents. Like, everybody. And it's because housing prices are so expensive, inflation is like growing at a pace which outpaces your wage growth. Right? So that pretty much means that if you're leaving your money in the bank, you're like just suffering. And then if you just invest in like a low risk asset and get like 4% in returns every single year, you're still suffering, right? So you need to bet it on like the horse that can win the race faster, right? So obviously, not financial advice, right? Find those companies that you really believe in, and yeah, just bet heavily on them, because you guys asked for Black Friday sale, and now the freaking stock market and the crypto market has a Black Friday sale. So yeah, that's that, right? So that's that. So that's pretty much our investing philosophy. I think it's the same across the board. Basically, the best advice best investing advice was probably given by like Charlie Munger, which mentioned that I would rather buy great companies at a fair price rather than fair companies at a great price. Yeah. Find the great companies that you really believe in, the great asset classes, and like just bet heavily on them like over the next few weeks. I don't know whether it's going to go down even further. Maybe it will go down even further, considering how much bearish momentum we have in the market right now and how much fear we have in the market right now. But if it does, you have to just go against the crowd and just like bet heavily. Like, this is once in a lifetime. So not once in a lifetime, but like this is a very rare opportunity. So yeah, that's pretty much our advice for like the stock market crash. For myself, just to answer Chris' question, I already put 500k into crypto. I might add another 100k, but I'm more leaning towards allocating my capital towards like AI stocks. Because AI stocks has been pumping like fucking crazy, and like right now it's starting to like going through the correction phase. So yeah, that's where I'm headed towards next. Nvidia, Amazon, and potentially Robinhood. Yeah, so these three. So yeah, that's how I personally feel about the stock market and the crypto market crash. And like this sentiment of, oh, there's an AI bubble. I fundamentally do not believe that there is an AI bubble, because of the fact that like, bro, look at the world we are going into right now. Bro, just look at how fast AI is developing right now. Like, this is going to be like the biggest revolution since the dawn of time. It's going to be the industrial revolution. It's going to be the internet revolution, right? Like the AI revolution is unstoppable, right? So yeah, man, like, I just don't believe that like there's an AI bubble, right? Like, if it bursts, then price of AI start coming down. Guess what? I'm just gonna buy more. Like, if you fundamentally like that company and you like that asset class, whether that's Bitcoin or Ethereum, then right now, since the market crashed, you should like it even more, because it's like way cheaper than it originally was, right? So it's like, bro, you want Black Friday? The stock market, the crypto market just offer you Black Friday discount. And now it's just a matter of whether you have the balls to actually get in right now. Because those people with the balls, they are going to get rewarded heavily in the next 5 to 10 years. Because like it or not, change is coming. You can either be on the right side of change or be a victim of change. And you can be a victim of change by doing nothing, right? Just sitting on your hands, like just playing it safe, be conservative and all that bullshit. Or you can take outsized risks to get outsized returns. And I'm not even talking about like outsized risks. I'm just talking about like taking calculated risks. Obviously, do your proper research, have conviction in like the assets that you want to get into. And then once you find those, bro, go and park your money there instead of leaving it in the bank, man. For the past 1 week, I've just been spending a lot more time on edge flow. To be honest with you guys, like we are really building like this world's first trading super app that I fundamentally believe that is going to change the entire trading industry. Like it's going to change the way that we trade forever. I think the moment that I knew Edgeflow would change the industry was when I gave access to Edgeflow to my beta testers, which is like a group of users who are just testing the app right now. And they are just purely invite only, right? Which means if you want access to Edgeflow, you have to get invited by me personally. And they all mentioned to me that they felt the exact same way. Like they felt like there was this better way to trade, but it wasn't invented yet. So when I heard them say it, I felt this sense of reassurance because now I realized that I was not alone. I was not crazy. Like there's a much more efficient and effective way to do everything. Your pre-market routine, your post-market routine, your trading routine, but now it's just so not organized and it's so disconnected and nobody has really like bothered to invent something like this, right? So, yeah, man, like that's how I feel about Edgeflow. Right now, I've just been working extremely hard on just building the entire infrastructure for Edgeflow so that we can actually launch to the public like next year. And bro, I can't wait to show you guys, man. Like, I've just been working on this app with my team for the past 12 months. Like, bear in mind, we could easily launch it in like June this year or like, September this year, create like a webinar and say, hey guys, buy my shit. But I don't want to launch it early because of the fact that I would rather spend more time and more money building an exceptional product rather than like a mediocre product. Because with like a mediocre product, yes, I can get your money, but it's not going to be worth it. And I just don't like anything that is like half done. I'd rather make sure that the entire app is like fully built properly, everything is functioning well, the user experience is seamless, right? The design is fantastic and everything's good before we actually launch. So yeah, we're going to launch next year. And yeah, man, bear in mind that this is the app that I've been spending the past 12 months building and I poured $200,000 into it already. Once again, poured $200,000 of my own money into the app because that's how much I believe in the vision and the mission of like this app itself, which is to just allow traders to change behavior, right? It's to just allow you guys to have the right systems and processes you need to become profitable faster. Like this is the app that I wish I had when I was blowing accounts, when I was getting emotional. Because back when I started trading, I knew how to trade, right? Like I could analyze charts. I could identify the trend direction. I could determine the market structure and know where to enter and exit. But what I failed to master was my emotions. I had the strategy, but I did not have control over the strategy. I did not have control over myself. And that's what Edgeflow is going to solve, right? Because it's going to prevent you from over trading, revenge trading, chasing trades that are just simply not there. It's going to force you to be like a disciplined trader. And it's going to like remove the friction from all like the boring stuff that you don't like to do right now. Like it makes it easier for you to journal. It makes it easier for you to stick to your risk parameters. It makes it easier for you to just stay disciplined so that you can actually become profitable faster. To me, I believe that learning is not just memorizing information. It's applying knowledge and changing your behavior. Most people get the former right? They can read all the books, they can watch all the YouTube videos, they can listen to podcasts. They get very good at theory, right? They get very good at like analyzing the charts. They get very good in terms of like memorizing the candlestick patterns. But they skip the latter part, which is applying knowledge, right? Which is practicing, doing the reps, and also changing your behavior. Because practice doesn't make perfect. Practice makes permanent. Okay, so repetition is not just going to make you profitable magically. You have to do the reps, and then you have to review the work being done so you can find out exactly what's not working and what's working, so you can tweak your trading plan, so you can change your behavior, so that you can become profitable faster. And that's really what edge flow does for you. Like, it literally allows you to understand what's not working, what's working through our weekly, monthly, and quarterly AI-generated reports, so that you can change your behavior, right, with the help of our app, with the help of other features, so that you can actually morph into the identity of a professional trader much faster. Like, if I had this app when I was in my first year, I'll probably become profitable in 6 months. Compared to, like taking freaking 3 years of trial and error just to become profitable. After wasting years, after spending thousands and thousands of my own life savings, in terms of like paying market tuition, right? In terms of like losing it all just to learn lessons that I couldn't have otherwise learned. So, just got off the meeting with my developer for Edgeflow, and looks like we're hitting TP soon. Happy days, man, happy days. Another day, another W. As simple as that, guys. Like I said, man. Like I was seeing your comments earlier on like the previous videos, and it's always good to hear that market mechanics change your life. It allows you to get funded, allow you to become profitable, because quite frankly, market mechanics changed my life as well, man. Like, you guys have no idea, but such a simple strategy can literally change the entire trajectory of your life or your entire bloodline as well. Like, it can really allow you to create like generational wealth if you know how to use market mechanics properly, right? Like I always say to my students, eat shit for 5 years so you can eat caviar for a lifetime. Like, that's all trading is. You have to treat it like you're going to the university, like just forget the next 3 years, right? Like, treat all the losses as market tuition. The next 3 years shouldn't be you caring about how much money you're gonna make. It should just be you caring about how competent you can become as a trader, how disciplined you can become, how focused can you be when you analyze the charts. It's all about just maximizing your trading performance, because if you do just that, there's gonna come a day where you are going to make a lot of money, like without a doubt, if you have mastered the skill set. That's just how powerful trading is, man. You will not realize this in the first few years. I learned that the hard way. Like, first few years, lose money, make money, sometimes I'll make a few $100, sometimes I'll make a few $1,000, but it wasn't like life-changing money. And then now 7 years later, I'm making 100K on one trade. That is basically what it means to have your efforts compound, right? So it's not just money that compounds, but your efforts compound as well. And your skill set definitely compound, right? It's like once you just build that solid foundation, you understand how the market works, you can really just be aligned with the objective truth of the market and just see the market for what it is. Bro, like, you're gonna be like a money printing machine, right? So like a few days ago, my friend came over to my house and he mentioned to me, hey Brett, the quote, do not be jealous of what I have achieved. Be jealous of what I did to get here. Yeah, I wouldn't be you, Brett. Like, I wouldn't do what you did in order to get here. Now, bear in mind, this is a guy who has been with me like since the start of the military. So he knows how hard I work. Like, he knows how diligent I am when it comes to trading. Like, he's the one that is in the bunk with me after like a freaking 6 km road march, after I'm sweating and my boots are muddy, but instead of going to take a nice warm shower, I'm sitting on my desk, analyzing the charts, looking for setups, trading Euro USD. Like, he knows it because he's seen the sheer amount of work I've actually put in. Like, if you saw the amount of work I put in to get to where I am today, you wouldn't be jealous. You will understand the cost. And that is why I always say that there is no greater waste of time than jealousy. If you're not willing to swap life with someone,
do not be jealous of them. Do not envy them. Do not envy what they have. It's like you can't be famous without giving up privacy. You can't be rich without sacrificing your well-being. You can't be exceptional without working hard. People want the outcomes, but they won't put in the work long enough to get them. People want the results, but they are not willing to make the sacrifice required to get those results. Like, bro, just be happy that you are living the life that you want to live. Because, like I always say, man, like, success is not about having the fancy car. It's not about having the big house, having like a $200,000 watch. It's about getting what you want from life. So always just like work backwards, which is why if you want to become successful in life, the first question you must ask yourself is, what do you actually want to achieve from this one precious life? Because the more you know what you want, the less you will be envy of other people who have what you don't. Because now you will know that, okay, this is what I want, and this, I'm happy for him. I'm happy he got that nice car. I'm happy he stay in like this rich neighborhood, but I wouldn't want that. And when you get to that state of like enlightenment where you don't want anything and you only want like the thing that you truly desire the most, and you just work extremely hard in the pursuit of that thing, this is where you will achieve peace. And peace is what you want. Right? Trust me, peace is a state. Happiness is a feeling, which means it's fleeting. But peace is a state, right? It's like you can be peaceful no matter what the world throws at you, no matter what adversity or obstacle you are facing right now, because you know that like they're building you up, right? And you can just be equanimous to like those challenges itself. That's peace. That's what I'm striving to achieve right now. It's not happiness, but it's peace. So yeah, man, just stop being stupid and try to like be jealous of other people. It's like, oh, Brad, I'm so jealous of what you have. Bro, you wouldn't be jealous of me if you see me working 16-hour days when I was 18. When if you see me waking up at 4 a.m. just so that I can hit the gym, so that I can go to my temporary job as the temperature screener, while reading Forex trading for dummies, while scanning temperature for like customers. Like, you wouldn't be jealous of all the shit I have to go through in order to get to where I am today. So don't bother being envious or jealous of anybody else, because trust me, whoever that you're jealous of right now, you would not trade positions with them, right? Unless you are really in like a freaking shit place. But even if you're like in shit place, right? Like, there's still something to be grateful for. Like, stop waiting for miracles to happen. The fact that you are alive, you have a roof over your head, you have access to food and clean water, is a miracle by itself. Right, so just be grateful for what you have right now, right? I think that's like the secret of being happy right now, man. Not even the secret of being happy, but like the secret of being peaceful. This is something that I learned from Naval, which he mentioned that a lot of people are searching for freedom too. Freedom to do whatever they want, whenever they want, with whomever they want, for as long as they want. But what you should really be searching for is freedom from the mind, freedom from the expectation of other people, freedom from desires, freedom from emotions, freedom from fear, anger, greed, jealousy, envy, resentment. So what you really, really want is not freedom to, but freedom from. Right? What you're seeking for is not peace of mind, it's peace from mind. And I think once I really understood that, I realized that it's not about external scorecards, it's about internal scorecards. Because freedom from is achievable. Like, anyone can achieve freedom from. Like, freedom from the mind, freedom from expectations, if you make a conscious choice to do so. Like, if you make a conscious decision to just, fuck what other people think, right? Which is freedom from other people's expectations. And you just make a conscious decision to just renounce your desires, then it's a freedom from the mind, right? It's like you can achieve the internal state. You can check off your internal scorecard rather than, relying on external scorecard, relying on how much money you have in a bank account as like a yardstick in which other people measure your worth and your success. Man, I don't know whether you guys can tell, but I'm like so passionate about this stuff because this is the stuff that actually changed life. Like, all of this wisdom that I'm imparting onto you, these are based on my own experience, right? Like, these are based on stuff that is tried and tested. I'm not just spewing bullshit out of my ass. These are based on what I've experienced, because I made $1 million before the age of 21, and the next day I became depressed. And then it led me to like a journey to seek lasting happiness, like lasting fulfillment, right? So yeah, man, like all of this shit, all of these principles that I'm sharing with you guys here today, they have stood the test of time, and yeah, like they are the secret on why I'm so happy right now. And yeah, all of these principles is exactly why I don't own like 5 different cars or like have, you know, like a big mansion. It's because I understood the game, right? It's because I understood the game better than anybody else. And I just saw through it, and I just decided that I don't want to be playing that game. I don't want to be playing the game where I'm constantly thinking about how can I impress other people who doesn't give a shit about who I am. When you drive a nice sports car, right, like a Porsche 911 down the street, what happens is that when other people are looking at you, they are not envious of you, right? They are not like impressed by your car, but they are actually just visualizing themselves in your car. And that's when I realized that, wow, fuck, like, what's the point of me owning this nice car? It's not so that I can enjoy it. It's not so that I know the horsepower and like the freaking engine. It's so that I can impress other people. But then other people don't even give a shit about it, right? They just imagine and visualize themselves being in the sports car that I'm driving right now. Then if that's the case, like, what the fuck is the point? It's like, what's the fucking point? Like I always say, man, it's just about identifying what you want to achieve from this life and just pursue that every single day without fail. That's it. Kaboom! We just smashed our TP. As simple as that, boys. Like I said, man, bread and butter setup, just execute. You know, don't be afraid. Wait, we're still in a position? Freaking spread. Let me just close this shit. Why are we still in a position, bro? How are we still in a position, man? I don't even know why we're still in a position. I hate it when this happens, guys. This is why you need edge flow. This is why you need to trade with edge flow. Okay, we are finally out of the position. There we go. Freaking spread. Trade with edge flow. Don't use MetaTrader anymore, man. I'm gonna start trading with edge flow like from next episode onwards. Hopefully it's ready to showcase to you guys. But yeah, man, this is a pretty bread and butter setup. I don't think there's anything too crazy right here. It's not a sniper entry. It's just a normal entry that I executed according to my trade plan. And as usual, the market rewarded me for it. So there we have it, guys. We got a small win today. It's still better than nothing, right? Because when everybody is crying about how the stock market has crashed, the crypto market has crashed, the boy is out here just earning, you know, just out here just earning, just taking advantage of like the volatility of the market right now. Like I always say, man, every crisis comes with opportunity. And for the people who understand how the market works, these are the people who is able to seize the opportunity and get richer, right? But the people who are blind to how the market works, they see this as a crisis, and they panic sell, and they lose their shit, and they lose everything. That's it, man. You just gotta understand how the market move. Hashtag market mechanics, let's get it. Bro, honestly, this is not one of those setups where I'm like, holy shit, insane entry, insane scaling in, you know, like not like the past 2 setups, but yeah, man, sometimes you just gotta return to the basics, you know. Return to the basics, just continue doing what you're good at, do more of what works and less of what doesn't, and just continue to refine from there. All right, good day. Good day, Gucci. It's a pretty good day. Yes, pretty good day. Even though my portfolio is down bad. Like my portfolio is down really, really bad. You guys have no idea. Like, I literally just bought like so much. Anyways, I can't complain, right? Now that I just made 58K, time to full pot Nvidia. Hell yeah, man. I'm gonna full pot the shit out of my investment account right now, man.